Can you give us an update on the injuries?
Yeah, Lindsay's obviously pretty clear. He's okay there. Lockie, I think it's medial, and Kez, I think it's ACL. So
that's devastating, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Can you give us a sense of what the mood is like in the shed from those players?
Yeah, I mean, there's two bits about the way that we played the game was really disappointing, and then obviously you layer that on top. That's, yeah, you can imagine how it's going to be in there.
I know you're only just coming to terms with the news and what your season's now going to look like without a 6 and a 7. Have you thought about who comes in?
Oh, look, that's not for now, Hannah. I think, yeah, give us a little bit of time there. I think I'd rather, I think my job here is to sit here and explain what happened out there tonight to some people that sort of were disappointed with what they saw from the Roosters side. So, yeah.
Can you explain what happened tonight?
No, I can. It was just we weren't, we'd played really quite good and open footy there, and then the last couple of weeks, and we just weren't ready for the real game of footy that goes on when it gets tough, when it gets uncomfortable, and how you've got to play a certain style of footy and make it uncomfortable for the opposition. We didn't put the ball in the right spots, and we were ill-disciplined in defence. So there was a lot of penalties against, and then we weren't good enough and competitive enough with the ball to get out of our own end and put it in the right spot. So there's a game before the game, and we tried to leapfrog the first one, the hard bits, to get to the pretty bits, and we didn't get there.
Did you have any fears that might happen this week? Did you, after seeing the first 2 weeks?
Oh, no, I knew, I thought we were ready to play there, but we just haven't, it just didn't get us. We didn't get there tonight. It was, I think our execution, we were sort of maybe 60% in that first half. There was sort of a little errors on contact. And then, the defensive pressure that built, there wasn't much for the first 20 minutes, and then it sort of snowballed after that with the ill discipline.
There was a lot of tension out in the middle. Robbo, what'd you make of Daniel Fafita? He looked like he was frustrated with himself.
Yeah, that's you can't do that in our game. It's pretty simple. You can't do that. He's really passionate. Dan is a footy player and quiet guy, but really determined. He's a front rower, but expressing yourself that way is not the way to go. So, he'll pick up his lessons from that.
One guy who was passionate was Jarryd tonight. He had his angry pills, but he was in the mood for the derby, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had to play a lot of minutes there, and then, with that, how do you do that without giving penalties? How do you play a really physical game, but also not allow the opposition off the hook? That's when he's at his best.
Had you spoken about, the Jai Arrow thing was spoken about all week. Had you spoken to the players about whatever they wanted to do, not doing it as happened?
Yeah, they spoke about it before I did. Players know, they spoke about it a long time ago, about that, that shouldn't have happened in our game. But then you've still got to play rugby league, you've still got to play it in the right way and play with physicality and discipline. And we crossed the line there, and we got punished for it, which we should have.
Sorry, Trent, just with Luke, going back to Luke Curie, such an integral part. How do you pick up the spirits now of the teammates, of the players moving forward? Because he's a popular character in the team, and he plays such a vital position.
That's a wonderful part of our sport, isn't it? Like, that's the, it is. It's really tough. But what do? Let's go. Let's find a way. That's what you do. You get disappointed for 5 minutes, and then you get excited for what's next. This is it's the acceleration of some other guys in our team to go and take opportunities, and it's up to us to find a way. This is round 3.
Trent, you coached Latrell for a number of years, mate. You must be pretty impressed to see him hit his straps the last few weeks, mate.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for a long time, Trell. He's it's good to watch him play. He's an exceptional player, and he's a good man, and to see him play the way that he wants to play and excite the people. We were sort of talking about some of our great Indigenous players, your Jarryd's and your Inglis's and your Cliffy Lyons and that. And he's doing that. He's exciting people. So it's it's always great to see. Not tonight, but it's we're a fan of him still.